It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, they're a team that no one wants to face right now. With just one loss in the last 10 games, they'll be tough to beat. Tonight, we'll get to see James Harden. We know how he can dominate and how he can be on offense. And Kenny, a lot of that has to do with his ability to get to the free throw line.
I agree. He keeps defenders off balance. You know, he's able to put his body into players and able to draw fouls. Nearly impossible to stop when his shot is falling.
You know, speaking of body, he remade his body to become quicker, Kenny.
Really?
And he doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is. 2 + 2 is 5, baby.
Hey, you know who I like to quote when it comes to free throw shooting and getting to the line?
Shaq?
No.
Oh.
Dick Versace. Remember the old coach Dick Versace?
I remember. What did he
Oh, that's how you say his last name?
Dick Versace,
He used to
yeah.
say what?
I thought it was Versace.
No, it's Versace.
That's another one. But
Okay,
Dick
got
Versace,
it.
Dick Versace used to call free throw shooting the NBA's hidden way to score. People don't think about it, but yeah, you get to the line, point totals add up.
It wasn't
It's the hidden way to score.
It wasn't undercover.
Sure.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup, live here in Houston. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And they battled these guys to 1 win and 1 loss. It's been really an intriguing matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing how the third chapter plays out.
Likewise, I mean, they've got no choice but to go for broke here, let it all hang out. Both of these teams, I mean, they know each other really well over the first 2 meetings, and it's led to a bit of animosity between them. At least that's how I'm reading it, so it should be one heck of a ball game here.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously, anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
Tip-off goes to Houston. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Here's Harden, and Adams sends it back. Another shot, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Tucker.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook kicks to Grant. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. George passes to Ferguson. For three, Westbrook. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 36 points in the last one against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
And here's Westbrook following the three from Chris Paul. There's the feed to Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George.
And Gordon very physical with the defense, solid at creating chances for himself to get to the line.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Eric Gordon. And Eric Gordon, Clark, such a terrific tag team partner for Paul and Harden on the perimeter.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he provides spacing with the deep range he has. Very efficient shot, not much wasted motion. He can attack closeouts off the dribble, and he gets to that basket and finishes aggressively. His strength very much at work when he does his damage.
Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
Now here's Gordon. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. To the paint. Stolen by Fareed. Gordon with it. Now defended by Adams. And he gets it back.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. George against Gordon. And George kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And Gordon also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
Here's Paul. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Paul's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. 5th, Russell Westbrook.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
And good that time. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Got a piece of it. Grant outside. Kicks to George. Over Gordon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Russell Westbrook. He's putting up about 21 points per, 11 assists, and 11 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. A high-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. And George drops them both. And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And the star in Harden, who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move, aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Ferguson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You know, when Westbrook focuses on passing the basketball, it really helps his team. I love how quickly he finds his teammates.
Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Paul George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Fires the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Rockets trail by 4. And here's Harden. Looking to end the run. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Here's Ferguson. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Paul against Westbrook. Over Paul. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's George. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Harden dishes to Paul. And Tucker has it in the corner. Oh, good on the 3. The Thunder leading by 6. Grant finds George, and it's George finishing it off.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding him.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Down low, here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. That's tipped. Rocket 6. Adams, the pass to Patterson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at Oklahoma City. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, the Houston Rockets, 3 games behind.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Now, here is Harden. He has 7. Pulls up on the elbow. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already, a physical specimen.
So for the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Mon Shumpert has come in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Noel's checked in. Now here's Green. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Rivers against Schroeder. In the corner, it's Patterson. Noel down low, guarded by Nene. Patterson can't get it to go. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 3. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone, really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And that one's good. Green.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Schroeder. He had 16 points in the win against Memphis, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nader's checked in, and Diallo subbed in for Alex Abrinas. And he's good on the second. Houston's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. Now here's Shumpert, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Now here's Shumpert. Pass to Rivers. Over in the corner, Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Schroeder against Rivers, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Houston making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. Schroeder hits them both. Houston in the lead. 1:44 left in the first. And the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Nader, guarded by Green. And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. The pass to Patterson. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Schroeder missing. And for Houston, they're shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. Wasted no time on that one. Green's got 11 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Schroeder. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Here's Rivers after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Count that bucket. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Taking the hit like a champ, the muscular Fareed is outstanding at playing through and pushing through contact.
The drive by Schroeder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Lets it go from 11. Outside for Nene. Nice open look, but it's no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Nader the pass to Noel. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 6. Over Rivers. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives them a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Patrick Patterson is out there with Grant. Then there's Felton. Then it's Noel. And it's Diallo in at the 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Gordon. A 20-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Rivers against Felton. Here's Patterson. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. Second, the Thunder.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Rivers dishes to Gordon. He kicks it to Nene. That one goes. Count it. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that. The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
And finished off by Rivers.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
Here's where Oklahoma City sits in the NBA statistical standings right now.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Rockets leading by 5. Outside jumper. To the middle. Here's Fareed. He's off on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Here's Nader. Fareed defending. Schroeder against Rivers from the stripe. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so Nene will bring it up for the Houston Rockets.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
So here's Westbrook. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more. of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And it's the Rockets with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Rivers against Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Fires it up. Rivers can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 5. Westbrook finds Schroeder. Back to Westbrook. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Shumpert. He's covered by Westbrook. Shumpert against Westbrook. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded close. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. It could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebound. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a 6th man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a 6th man. So Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
For Schroeder. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's putting up about 17 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. To the paint, stolen by Gordon. Passes it to Harden. Westbrook with the block. Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Houston. Fareed's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Gordon. Count it. His 2nd make in 4 attempts.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Now here's Schroeder. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And so here is Oklahoma City, a 12-point game. Gordon against George. Shot to stop the run. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 2nd. Pass to Harden. George against Gordon, and that one's good. George has got 17.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Paul kicks to Harden. against Westbrook. Back to Harden. The tray, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 13. Sinks the triple.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Harden. 10 points for him.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Westbrook. Left side, Adams. Gordon against George. Pass to Ferguson. Now Grant. 6 to shoot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And he finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. It's stolen by Adams. Inside, Westbrook, and the lead is down inside single digits. Westbrook's got 17. Houston leading by 8. Paul passes to Harden. 3-pointer, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018. And Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
I'm talking about practice. I'm talking about practice. What? We acting. I just come from the my passion. Hey. Like we ain't never ever go hard.
Different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Patterson in for Grant. Thunder trailing by 11. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Now, here's George. 17 points in the game. Westbrook can't get it to go. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his 1st foul of the game. Rockets leading by 11. Now Harden. He's got 13. Paul dishes to Harden. Back to Paul. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Patterson kicks to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Noel down low. Guarded by Tucker. Lets it go. And it's Noel missing.
Got to give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
Gordon finds for Reed. Now here's Harden. Defense is right there. Count it. Good.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook passes to George. and the layup is good. George has got 19 points.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
And Fareed kicks it to Tucker. The dish to Harden. To the inside, and the dunk by Fareed.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebounded by Fareed. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Green, he's checked in for Gordon. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. And I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Now, here's Patterson. Ferguson kicks to George. Outside Westbrook. Stolen by Harden. Lets it go with a three. No good on the shot. Thunder trailing by 15. George, that's a two.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Patterson. And that one drops for him. And here's Harden. Kicks to Green. Fires the three. Thunder with the rebound. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game, but they'll get another chance. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Noel.
Man, I like seeing Noel go to work down there. Even in the face of some pretty aggressive defense, he gets the job done.
From deep, Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here's Westbrook. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Off target at the rim.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And so it's Houston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, a very effective first half. What are you seeing that allows you to attack them so effectively?
Well, in one of these games, it's very up-tempo, fast-paced, and, if they just run, I have fun, assisting and passing them the ball, so it's a fun game for me.
The game's easy when you play downhill. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
James Harden pretty much uncoverable in the first half. Went deep into his bag of tricks. Too big to body up. Too quick to stand in front of. It takes great team defense just to have a shot at slowing them down.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow a way too high percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense foul.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Kenneth Faried, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Rockets leading by 12. Harden outside. Oh, Faried in position.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Now, here's Grant, guarded by Tucker. Outside, Felton. Clock at 6. Over Paul. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Felton.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Faried. Back to Paul. Houston needs to get a shot off. They get it again. The shot's good from Faried. Faried's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. That's going to send Raymond Felton to the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. For Oklahoma City, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Harden outside. From deep. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
Here's Aprinas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Alex Aprinas. 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Rockets making a switch here. Nene's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Rockets leading by 12. Paul kicks to Harden. And the call will be against Alex Abrines. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Gordon against Felton. The drive by Gordon. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City.
All right, a chance to see some stats for James Harden. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging 41 points, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 steals. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Shot good by Diallo.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Harden surveying the D. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Free throw good, James Harden. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Now, here's Felton. He's got 7. Here's Diallo over Rivers. Here's Diallo. He's guarded by Rivers. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's on Nene.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Shumpert is checked in for James Harden.
One shot.
That free throw good from Diallo.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Felton against Rivers. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for the Rockets.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Now here's Shumpert taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And the 3 off target. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Abrines over Shumpert. Here's Diallo. Offensive rebound. Noel. And he converts the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gordon dishes to Tucker. That one a little long. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Thunder making a change here. Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Paul George comes in for Diallo. Ferguson's checked in for Alex Abrines. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Westbrook with a wide open look. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Westbrook's got 20 points.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Rivers finds Tucker. Outside. Jumper. Down low. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got 4 assists now tonight.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Now here's Adams. Releases. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nene. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And he's good on the second. Here's Shumpert. Now the pass to Gordon. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road and play the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And that game against the Warriors, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W, leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
Out to Shumpert, plenty of space. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Passes it to Ferguson. Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
In for the Rockets.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. First in steals, second in scoring. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Westbrook with the steal. Left side, George. Good for the basket, #9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Westbrook, no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And they're able to recover. Fareed against Adams. A nice shot by Tucker.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Now here's Adams. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Russell Westbrook, #1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Rockets leading by 11. Now here's Rivers. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Tucker. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Here's Rivers, following the score by Oklahoma City. Poked loose. It's stolen by Adams. To the wing on the left. Ferguson, the pass to George. Dishes it to Grant. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Steven Adams.
That one is off. Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Schroeder's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. Rockets leading by 12. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, 2nd-round pick, back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Shumpert against Westbrook. In the corner, George with it. Back to Westbrook. Schroeder outside. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Kicks it out to Schroeder. There's the 3. That one misses. And the Rockets take it the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Thunder trailing by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Grant. He's covered closely. There's the triple. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Grant. Grant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rivers against Schroeder. From deep, Green. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Adams' shot is off. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. They lead by 14. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Schroeder dishes to Adams. Green against George. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handle. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands, and most times it's pretty good.
Now here's Tucker. He's got 17. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Goes back up. And Adams sends it back. Here's Fareed. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
You know, Fareed is a highly energetic player who takes good shots. I like to see him improve on his defense moving forward.
And the first one at the line is good. Houston making some changes. James Harden, he's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Russell Westbrook. Both free throws good from Kenneth Fareed.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Adams. He's got 5. He gets that one.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. From 11 feet away, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Grant finds Adams. Deflects the pass. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets ahead, up 10. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Rockets leading by 10. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The forwards, George and Grant. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the 2 guard. Now here's Paul. Here's Tucker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Tucker's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Houston.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
No one covering.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Felton against Paul. Oh, Fareed in position. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
Thunder trailing by 10. Felton with the ball. Pass to Abrinas. Over to the left wing. Grant gets a wide open look. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ballgame.
And the basket by Gordon.
And really, the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty, Kevin. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
Felton the pass to Adams. Grant outside. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the bench.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Rockets leading by 9. Now Harden. He kicks it to Tucker. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
It's good from long range. Gordon's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And the foul on Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
You know, excellent quickness by Gordon, and you got to respect that, especially on defense where he's able to hound the offensive player.
Chalk up 2 there.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Now Paul after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Thunder ball.
Here's Nader, guarded by Harden. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Schroeder against Paul. Schroeder dishes to Noel. Out left to the wing. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Patterson.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
To the right side. Tucker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Tucker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And that one misses. That one is no good. And so Faried will bring it up for the Rockets. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the Rockets now. It's a 14-point game. And Faried kicks it to Tucker. Back to Faried. Noel with the block.
And you can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. He's so forceful and determined in his denials.
Now here's Noel. And Faried sends it back. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 13-5 run. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 18.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And that one's good. Noel.
Hey, just give Noel the rock in the post, and he knows what to do from there. Excellent presence in the low post.
Schroeder against Paul. Lays it up and banks it in.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Now here's Paul. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Grant. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Outside, George. Here's Grant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Grant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, I tell you, I love watching Grant get busy down there. I mean, his impressive leaping ability and his quick release on the shot allow him to score at a high rate down low.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
That's good from Schroeder. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Rockets leading by 11. Gordon finds Harden. Paul outside. Houston moving the ball around. Tucker the pass to Harden. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harden's got 27 points.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Now, here's George. And that one drops for him. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Ball against Schroeder from 11 feet away, and that one goes long.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Dennis Schroeder. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Schroeder against Paul. And the layup's good off the glass. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 assists. Shoots. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Grant.
Man, I tell you, with each passing game, Grant's stroke is looking better. As long as he has his feet underneath him and he's squared up, he's good to go. Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. They'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Jazz, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And that's superb concentration. It takes a lot to distract George once he's got position inside.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. Some solid defense from Grant.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Harden outside. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. Off the inbound. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Hammock, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Now, here is Harden. Basket counts.
And since halftime, it's been much more of a struggle for them to score inside. The D has been a bit quicker to collapse when they get it down low.
Free throw good from Harden.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
They don't get no cash for me. We up the
And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Thunder trailing by 11. Left side, Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Paul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Rivers, he's checked in for Paul. First free throw is good.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
He doesn't get the second one. Houston leading by 10. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
From deep, George gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Harden, no good.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
And it's put back in by Fareed. Fareed's got 12 points in just the second half.
Attacking the glass like a rabid dog. Fareed takes pride in out-hustling guys on the boards.
Westbrook, no good. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his third foul so far. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Westbrook. Inside. Here's Ferguson. Over Harden. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Ferguson. The Rockets shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
It's Westbrook with the drive. The Rockets pull it in. They led by as many as 18 points. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Back to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Gordon. That three off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And the Thunder making a change here. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Grant. Arenas is checked in for George. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Rivers finds Shumpert. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nene, the pass to Shumpert. Buried from 15 feet out.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid double.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Free throw good from Harden. Harden hits them both. 11 seconds left in the game. Felton kicks to Arenas. Out left to the wing. Here's Ferguson. It's good. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you very much with Kenneth Faried. What was the key tonight?
Just keep attacking, keep playing strong, and, you know, my teammates that believe in me, just relock in and get focused and play my game.
Great team win tonight, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.